I can tell you a fun story though. This video is the reason because me and Dave Pensato became friends. MixbusTv YouTube Recap 2021. What have been the most viewed videos on the channel this year? I thought this was a fun video to make to see what you guys like the best, and if you miss some, you can catch up. Let's get to it. Hello everyone, welcome back to MixbusTv. Hope you're having a great day. Before we start, please check the info box down below for my mixing courses on Pro Mix Academy, free plugin, special offers and discount. And if you missed the video, the biggest event of the year on the channel, the remix contest for my artist Bella Kelly's new single Heartbreak Motel, is up and running with over $30,000 in prizes, and everyone gets a free plugin from Waves just to enter the contest. Check out the video, the link is going to be in the info box down below. And if you want to support the channel, but most important, really learn how to mix and master professionally, click the join button down here, become a MixbusTv member and access the already big and always growing library of full mixing courses, start to finish, on so many different genres, mastering courses, special videos, special giveaways, and a lot more. You also get mix consultations with me via Skype or email. Best of 2021, MixbusTv. Let's get to it. All right, we go bottom to top. The first one is Mastering Secrets, is part of my masterclass on mastering and bend selective compression. It's part one of probably the most popular mastering lesson that I've done on the channel this year, using specifically the Softube Vice DS1 MK3. In this video, I show a few examples of the incredible power of this amazing unit and now plugin. This was number 10. You guys loved this one a lot, and if you want to see the full lesson, become a member and you have access to the second part. Next most watched is the top 10 cheapest analog compressors you can buy. Next up is the top 10 cheapest analog compressors you can buy. Almost reach 100,000 views. So this is obviously a subject you guys are interested. And by the way, this video has also a purpose other than going through the top 10 most viewed videos of this year. Leave all your comments down below. Let me know what you want to see more, like lists of gear, plugins, mixing, mastering, live streams, which I don't do that much. Let me know in the comment down below. In this video, I just run through what, in my opinion, are the best budget-friendly analog compressor to buy. Well, the FMR compressors are there, the VLA2. These are all compressors, by the way, that I have actual experience with, okay? I didn't pick them like just from the cheapest options on Sweetwater or not. So in this video, I give a brief description of how they are and what I used to use them for, because I don't have most of them anymore. There's the Comp3A here, and what else? The DBX 160A, a good compressor for the money, a classic at this point. The Drummer 1978, and a few more. So if you missed this one, take a look at it. Next up is the Mastering Limiters Deathmatch 2020. What's the best plugin? This is, again, a part one of two. Here I compared and gave a description of my favorite limiters and clippers, again, in the context of mastering. The list is pretty extensive, and there are both limiters and clippers because in mastering we often combine and or substitute one for the other, all right? So I tested, let me see, the Ozone Maximizer here. Pro L2 by Fab Filter, another big name. Big Clipper by Boss Digital Lab. Limitless by DMG Audio. The Vice MM1, Elephant, Voxengo. So as you can see, there's a bunch, and for each one in the video, I run different material through them and compare one to another many times. Like in this case, we saw that L2 and Oxford limiter. Is a very interesting video because I stress test all these clippers and limiter to see how they react to different material. We run several different mixes on this one. Next up is the hottest plugins of the year, is the video about the Softube Empirical Lab Mikey and Little Frequency. I want to say rightfully so, because that bundle is pretty impressive, and in here we test extensively both plugins, and I give you my comparison with, for example, the hardware distressor and the feature that especially the Mikey has that the hardware distressor doesn't have, okay? So yeah, definitely a great bundle, which, by the way, one of the prizes for Bella's remix contest. Next up is another video on another Softube plugin. In this case, not really plugin, but my review of the console one. I just got the console one this year. I've been using it on every mix since then, and I really like it. In this video in particular, I test all the different console emulation. That's why I think people love this video, because more than going through, oh, what this knob does, which I assume everybody knew because Softtube Console 1 is not a new product. I just tested all the different consoles, their saturation, their color, their imprint, the different compressors, the different EQs, and the fact that you can mix and match. Next up is arguably the most classic video on the channel, which still pops up among the most viewed every year, is over 500,000 views, and it's the infamous Stop the High Pass Madness video. So many comments and so much appreciation for this video. This was released in December 2014, so what it seems a life ago. But it was probably the video that put my channel on the map, so to speak, because right off the bat, it kind of went semi-viral for our niche. And in this video, like very few people just read the title and interpret the title as, oh, you shouldn't use HPF filter, which is idiotic because first of all, I never said that in the video. Actually, I repeat multiple times trying to be preventive of those comments. You know, use HPF filter whenever you need it. The point of this infamous video was simply don't HPF by default on every track to begin with. And second, be aware of the phase shift that happens when you use a HPF filter, which this is the second part that few people didn't understand. And I want to stress the fact that it's few people because 99% of the people commenting, they perfectly understood the video, and that's why it's so popular, because it got shared and was the first time on YouTube that someone actually explained this correctly. So the second concept was be aware of the phase shift that an HPF filter causes, which it doesn't matter on a single track, right? But it matters if you parallel something or if you have a multi-mic'd source. This was the core of the video. For example, if you have two microphones on a guitar, or two microphones on kick in and kick out, or snare top and bottom, or even if you stack kicks that are not microphones, or if you stack basses, like synth basses, that are not microphones. So this video is actually more relevant now probably than before, because the concept applies to even to samples and computer-based music. Because if you worked so hard to place the microphone so that they are in phase and they sound good together, or you stack two kicks so they sound good together, or two synth bass, or if you send a bass or a kick to a parallel, if you high pass one of the two, the phase shift that the HPF causes will shift the phase relative to the dry track or the other microphone or the stack or the other layer. And that will screw up your low end completely. It will start sounding hollow. And if you don't know this, if you don't know what happened, then you're gonna fight against a ghost because you don't understand why you keep boosting the low end and nothing, you know, it doesn't sound full and solid and focused. And that was the point of the video. And recently this video got revamped probably because of the reasons that I just mentioned, because it really applies to layers as well, not just real microphones mic'd up, which pushed me to make another video, which I will release by the end of the year, on a related subject. And that is the stupid trend that now you see on many of the IG producers and Instagram mix engineers pages, which is remove your low end on the sides, listed literally as the first move they do in mastering, which makes me, oh my God, it is so almost infuriating, especially when you read the comments of people, they don't know better and they say, oh my God, thank you. So I'm gonna make a video out of it. I'm just gonna calm down and make a video out of it. But yeah, the common mixing mistakes, over 500,000 viewed this video, one of the first video that I released. And you know, if you missed it, which I don't think, go watch it. Let's go to the next one. This is very, very recent, is the best Black Friday plugin deal 2021, in which I collected all the best deals for this year. Black Friday offers from different companies and stuff, and so I'm not gonna play anything from here, but there are definitely not only some great deals, but several new plugins and plugin companies that I discovered because of the deals. For example, the Tone Masters, the Polyverse, the P42 by Pulsar Modular, which I will review soon because there's a big news about that plugin. You will love it. Next up is how loud should you master music for streaming and why the -14 LUFS is bullshit. So this is actually a very important video because I find myself to link people to this video over and over and over. So I really wish someone would post it on a big group or something like that, because I think it explains pretty well the whole -14 LUFS guidelines of the streaming services, why I and many other engineers don't care about it, and is explained in this video, I think, pretty well. I also give a few examples that I actually am not talking out of my ass, but I put my money where my mouth is, and I show real work, which is somewhat related to the -14 LUFS, meaning in this video I give proof that two mixes, even if YouTube turned them both down, all right, the louder mix will still sound louder. And I literally prove it in the video with my mixes and my masters, that everybody can listen, analyze with the stats for nerds. I actually give several examples here. We compared Bella's first single throw. This is actually the reason because I made this video, because someone asked me how loud was throat, because they were like, it's so loud, and I never noticed it. So I measured and compared with several artists. So we see Rammstein -4.8, what was Ariana -4.4, Miley -6.5, which is a lot. Then I think there's Billie Eilish, the latest Billie Eilish. It was turned down by 6.1 dB, which is a lot. And then I checked Bella's single just out of curiosity because I never did it before, and it was turned down by 7.8 dB. I think this is one of the most important and valuable videos that I made in 2021. If you missed it, definitely go watch it, because like I said, I find myself people referring and linking to this video because the questions are still out there. Let's go to the next one. And this is the best way to learn mastering. This is an in-depth mastering class in which, in this case, I use this pop rock song by Kill Cody, I think, which had a couple of very peculiar problems, but also kind of common problems at the same time. And this is part 1 of 2, I think, or maybe this is just a full mastering lessons, I don't remember. But I think this is, again, another great examples, as I think they are all my mastering courses, because they're done on clients. When you have to work and get approval for a client, is a whole different ball game. I think this video in particular has a couple of really cool tricks. I think the biggest value of this video is that it is basically a listening lesson, because I stop and ask, you guys to try to spot what the problem is and, where it is. And then I show how to solve it. So I think that's the real value of this video, is really an ear training and a brain training lesson more than a super technical. There's the technical part, but yeah. Let's go to the top 2. This was top 3. Top 2 is the king of spatial processor, my review of Dr. MS by Matthew Lane. You guys loved the video, loved the plugin, because I don't know why, I was literally the first one showing to the world this plugin, and it has been around for a long time. I myself been using it for years. But I think the reason because it wasn't that talked about is because half of it is that a lot of people didn't want the cat out of the bag. They want to keep this a secret, so to speak. And the second is because I think a lot of people used it, but they didn't really understand what was happening. Yeah, which is fine. I mean, as long as it sounds good, it's fine. But there's definitely a lot that you have to know about this magic processor that is Dr. MS. And in this video, I show everything there is to know about this plugin. And I think it changed a lot for many people. It's also another really good learning tool, learning video, because it trains your ear not to be fooled by the super extra wide, which always has consequences. Is always a compromise, all right? So I think this is a really cool video overall on stereo enhancement, on top of just being the review of the plugin, all right? Next one, number 1, even in 2021, the absolute most viewed video on MixbusTv was, and could have not been any other video, Loudness is Not in Mastering. Almost at 500,000 views. This is probably the video taught most of the people out there how to actually use saturation to increase the crest factor, the loudness potential of a song or a single track. I can even count how many people just repackaged my video and regurgitated it on their channel as theirs. I mean, which is fine, but at least change plugins, you know, or don't use a snare like I did. Some people literally took my settings, the same exact everything, and just copied it in their session and just remade the video. But it's fine. This is, again, I mean, what can I say about this video that hasn't been said already? I can tell you a fun story though. This video is the reason because me and Dave Pensato became friends. He actually, shortly after this video was out, and again, it went like kind of viral for our niche, he messaged me on Facebook and complimented me because of this video, because he said like, wow, I've never seen anyone explain this so well. And we started chatting. It was like super nice. We started chatting and talking back and forth. And then long story short, after, you know, a few months, I was coming to LA and we met up there, and he invited me to his studio. We sat there for like 6 hours probably, just talking, just him and me, and he paid for lunch. It was super nice, and we became friends. A few weeks after, when I was in LA, I remember we were Westlake Pro, and you know, he had a bunch of people around like wanting to talk, and he was a little bit tired, and I said like, hey Dave, I'll see you later. And he pat me on the shoulders like an hour after and was like, hey, do you have a car? I was like, yes, let's get out. So we flew the scene basically, and we went to eat something together, and he didn't say anything to anybody, and his manager actually called him and said like, hey, where are you? Oh, I'm with David, you know, we're going to eat something. But so yeah, this video was the reason, because we started talking, and you know, later on he was the one who told me like, what are you doing? What are you waiting? You should be in LA, and everything happened. But yeah, I think this video helped a lot of people understanding a very, very important concept of both mixing and mastering, and it inspired hundreds of other videos alike. But you know, this is the original, and you find it on MixbusTv. So this was the MixbusTv YouTube Recap 2021, the most viewed videos of the year. Let me know, guys, in the comment down below, what do you want for 2021? What kind of videos you like the best? You like the Q&As, you like the mixing videos, you like more reviews, you like more top 10s, or what affordable gear or studio setups? Let me know in the comment down below. And once again, don't miss the chance of winning a truckload of stuff with the remix contest for Bella's new single, Heartbreak Motel. Go watch the video, leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel. That's also appreciated. And if you like this video, please don't forget to leave a like. And if you're on the channel for the first time, do me a favor and subscribe, because 60% of our views come from people that are not subscribed. And subscribing really helped the channel, really helped me to make more videos. Spread the word, stay safe, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and see you next time.
Hands on my neck, hands grip my throat, lift me up.